and welcome back to my channel. I went back to my roots and grabbed a ColourPop palette. This is the Child palette from the Mandalorian collection. They actually just released a second palette to this collection. It's the Mandalorian palette, and it's a really, really nice complement to all of these olivey green tones. It's more silvery brown, gunmetal sort of colors. It's really pretty. Anyway, I created this army green, olive green, smoky eye sort of thing, and if you'd like to see how I did it, then stick around and I'll show you. If you haven't been here before, hello, my name is Rachel. I'm a homeschooling stay-at-home mom, and the truth is I don't know very much about makeup, but I love to play with colorful eyeshadow. I love colorful eyeshadow. And even though I don't feel like I look very good in wearing clothes that are green, I do love green eyeshadow. So if you would like to see more colorful content on your timeline, then please like and subscribe, and you can find me on Instagram at Shimmers and Silver. Now let's get to that tutorial. So as usual, I'm starting with an eye primer. This is the NYX primer in white. I think this palette's so cute. Alright, going into Baby Face is this middle light toned green shade. I'm going to take a medium dense blending brush, start it in my crease, and blend it up towards the brow bone. I'm just going to put a really light wash of this. It'll be a transition color. As you can see, I went in really, really lightly with that. It simply creates a very slight transition tone from the skin tone into the beginning of the greens. Next, I'm going to take Little Frog, and I'm going to start it on the brow bone and kind of echo what I just laid down, only on a smaller scale. I'm not blowing it out as far. Now with a large pencil brush, I'm dipping into Float Your Crib, which is this dark green matte. This is where I start deepening out the outer corner. So I'm placing it in a small V shape on the outer corner. So ColourPop just released the other half of this collection, the Mandalorian palette, which is more silvery gray brown tones, and it's a really good complement for this palette. I'm not going to buy it because I have no interest in those colors, truthfully. Also, I know I'm going to get all kinds of hate for this, but I've never seen Star Wars, so I don't understand any of the references. I know Star Wars is this huge cult following, very loved movie. I have just never seen it, so I didn't buy the product just for the collaboration, you know? Anyway, the Mandalorian palette is cute if you like those tones, and it's a really good mix. It's a really good pairing for this palette because it's more muted tones, but still good quality ColourPop shadows. As Angie would say, is that a cat hair? It's not, I don't have a cat. Might be a dog hair though. I'm taking my original blending brush and just softening those shades together. As you can see, I'm wearing a green shirt today. This is the only green shirt I own, and it's like an army green. It's not the most flattering color for me, but I just sort of threw on jeans and a t-shirt to go about my day. And then I thought, well, I'll do some eyeshadow. I love wearing green eyeshadow. I love it. It makes me happy. I just love the colors. And so I figured wearing a green shirt, I should go for a green eyeshadow. Now I'm taking an even smaller pencil brush and I'm going into Droid Protocol, the dark brown in the far corner. And I'm going to put that in a smaller triangle on the outer corner to continue deepening it up. So really I'm just diagonally going down to my lash line, my upper lash line, and then up in the crease a little bit. Back to that blending brush and working them together. Okay, I'm going to take my finger and go into the Force, which is this shimmery gold. I'm going to place it on the center of my lid. But I'm not bringing it to the inner corner because I want to actually add a different shimmer there. Then I'm taking a flat C brush and dipping into right hand Mando, which is here. It's actually been a little while since I used a ColourPop palette. I'm used to spraying my shimmers. I'm gonna place this down and try to remind myself how well it goes on. Okay, that's not bad at all, but I think I'm gonna spray it. So I'm dipping into the palette and then spraying. Yeah, that's better. It just gives you more control and it's a more metallic look. So I think I overshadowed the gold shimmer a little bit. Pun. But what I'm gonna do is finish the other side with the light shimmer. Then I'll go back in with the golds. With my finger, dipping into the gold, the Force color, right on the center of my eyelid. I am not doing this very precisely for two reasons. The first reason being that I'm not really that interested in this look being super precise. I kind of want it to just be sort of a fun, shimmery, grungy sort of thing. And the second reason being that I am trying to get this eyeshadow look done before my cell phone battery runs out and before my daughter wakes up from her nap. So I'm just kind of breezing my way through it. So now I'm taking that brush and dipping into the gold shimmer, and just where those two colors meet up, I'm going back and forth to help them blend together a little more seamlessly. One of my favorite things about this palette, and if I do, I was thinking of doing a ColourPop ranking video, and if I do, I will definitely mention this in that. But one of my favorite things about this palette is that it has both a cool toned shimmer, like a silvery, and a warm toned gold shimmer. So if you choose to do, you know, these lighter greens and you don't want to pair it with a warm toned gold, you've got a silver toned shimmer here and an even lighter one over here. And vice versa. If you want to go for like the dark browns and greens, then you've got a gold toned shimmer. Or you can do both shimmers. Okay, I have a little bit of fallout on my face, just sparkles. I'm gonna clean that off and I'll be back. In case you're curious, I am sitting in front of something different. I've been moving around the house with my little ring light, seeing where I can get decent lighting no matter what time of day I'm recording. So, for example, at the kitchen table, I always get sunlight coming in from a side window, so then I have to turn the camera and then you see the pots and pans behind me. But at 5 a.m., which is when I usually do my eyeshadow, that spot is perfect. I have the table in front of me and it's good to go. So right now I'm actually tucked away at a corner of my living room and there's a window over here, but it's sending light that way. And so I'm wondering, when I edit this video, I'll see what the lighting is really like. You can see how reasonable it might be to stay in this location, even though I'm literally perched on a stool in front of my bookshelf and my makeup brushes are in a jar in between my knees because I don't have any table area. I'm a mess. All right, I think this is pretty. Now I am going to do my lower lash line. I've got a medium to small pencil brush. I'm taking Little Frog again. I really just love this color. This shadow, there's a lot of kick up in the pan. So make sure you tap off your brush. I'm gonna run that starting in the outer corner. I think I'll leave that in the outer corner because it is kind of dark. So I'll run it in my outer corners, and then I'll probably go in with that light, more minty green matte, which is Babyface. I think I'll probably go in with that one next. But for now, I'm just meeting up with the corners and dragging down about halfway. With that same brush, I won't bother cleaning it off. I'm going into Babyface. Starting that where I left off the last shade and then dragging it in. This shade is so interesting. It's almost a mint green, but it's more muted. It's not as pastel as a mint green. but it's got, I guess it has yellow undertones. I don't know. It's a really pretty shade. Now, I'm taking a small pencil brush and I'm dipping into Precious Cargo up here. I'm going to dip and then spray my brush. This will be my inner corner highlight, as well as probably, well, I don't know, let's see. No, it'll just be inner corner highlight. I'm not going to drag it anywhere else. Back to my original blending brush. I am just I'm starting about here and taking this color over towards the bridge of my nose, because sometimes I get this clear line of like definition, which I don't want. Sometimes it just like that's where I blended my shadows to, and then I stop. And I don't want a line of definition. I want it to all fade. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. I feel like I can see it in real life, so that's better. Okay, so now all we need is a waterline color. I think I'll take this light green from ColourPop. This one is called Aglow. And I'm gonna run that all up and down my waterline. Okay, I'm going to add some mascara and black eyeliner up top, and then I'll be back. All right, here's the finished look. I took some black eyeliner and I did a pretty long wing, which is a testament to my confidence in my wing creating skills. I'm getting there, I suppose. And then just for some funky little touch, I did a little curved wing over here on the lower lash line, almost as if I had been doing a reverse cat eye, except instead of drawing it up, I actually drew it down a little bit. So I thought it was kind of fun and different and nothing I've ever done before, so pushing myself little bit by little bit, just pushing myself. I had a lot of fun creating this look. I haven't used this palette in quite a while, and it's actually one of my favorites as far as just green palettes in general. I think it's really well curated and really beautiful. It's got some gorgeous tones and variety and different depths and formulas. I think it's a great palette. I haven't used it in a while because I have discovered other brands, and so all of those palettes are also exciting. But anyway, I was glad to jump into this palette. This is like my go-to for whenever I wear this army green shirt. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget you can like and subscribe, and you can find me on Instagram. If you ever actually follow one of my tutorials, please tag me on social media. It would be so much fun to see that people are actually following my tutorials, and I hope that what you come up with is gorgeous. So until next time, have an awesome day. Bye! I'll have to try to hurry before my phone dies. With hair in my mouth. Beautiful.